And so we're live.
We are live. Yes, we are.
So, hey everybody. Welcome to the first, I don't know.
Our first review here.
Our first review,
at Tradition with a Twist.
Yeah.
910.
There you go. Since Tradition with a Twist, so I guess it's only right that our first review is on something a little bit non-conventional, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you would say.
Yeah.
And so Nicole here told me about SisterWives. Never seen it. Think I'm open-minded. I'd like to think that after this first episode. Not exactly sure. But yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna start with the SisterWives from the beginning. We're gonna go through all of them. So since Tracy is new to this, we are starting with season 1, episode 1. It's called Meet the Wives,
and we met them. Wow.
So what are your general thoughts about meeting the wives? The 4 wives. Well, I'm sorry. The 3 wives. The 3 wives.
As a wife, I cannot imagine other wives. Like I said, I thought I was open-minded. And what works for some, works for them, and that's great. 3 wives, meeting the 3 wives. I was like, okay, not to judge on first glance, but the first wife, I can't imagine being a first wife, open to other wives to begin with.
So she kind of grew up in this polygamous faith.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't, she was born directly into it. Actually, her family kind of didn't get started until she was maybe like
in the teenage years, right?
No. In her younger. It started when she was
okay.
in her younger years, but she wasn't like directly born into it, but she was raised in polygamy. Her dad ended up having 5 wives. Yes. So, if this is something that you are kind of indoctrinated into and you're used to this, and this is what you think is what God wants you to do. So,
see, I think like growing up with a lot of siblings, sometimes those children who grow up with a lot of siblings decide, it's not for me. I don't want any children. I can't imagine watching my father have 4 other wives as a daughter, right? But again, it worked for her because she seemed very open.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, she was like, listen, I knew this was what it was. I married him at 21. I knew it was what it was. 6 months after they were married. Was it 6 months, she said? 6 months after they were married.
What about it?
Isn't that when he started dating wife number 2?
No.
No?
No, they didn't.
So,
no, 6 months after they met is when
they got
Janelle
married.
met them. Yes. She married them. She married, yes.
Yeah.
She said from beginning to marriage was 6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
Okay.
So they were married within 6 months.
And so it's interesting because from wife number 1 to wife number 2, so not only, so it appears the husband finds a woman he's interested in, presents the woman to the wife. The wife gives her input, and then they both court the wife. The wife isn't courting the wife romantically. The husband is courting the potential wife romantically. The sister wife is courting the wife as a life partner.
Interesting. As a life partner, you
As
say.
a life partner. As a non-sexual life partner.
Okay.
Because ultimately, it comes across as though, can we share our life? That's how it comes across to me, at least.
That's interesting. I didn't look at it as a life partner, but
right. because as a life partner, because while they're not having schmecks, they're not having schmecks with each other, but they share every other major part of their life. You're my soul sister.
Yeah.
We share other parts of our life, right?
Yeah.
I could not imagine partner being that as well. But I could see how they're like, so this other person coming into the household between the women, when the husband is looking at it, he seems to be looking at it as, I want this full rounded, I want everything from this additional person.
Mm-hmm.
The wife looking at the other wife has to, in my mind, look at it as, this is a person I'm going to be committed to sharing my life and family with.
Mm-hmm.
So a life partner, a companion.
Mm-hmm. Did they really touch on that though in
They
this
didn't.
episode?
But
Did they touch on the woman courting the other woman?
No. But I'm assuming. That's my assumption, because they do touch on, because as they're going through each family, so wife number 1, Mary, wife number 2, Janelle, and then wife number 3, Christine. All of the wives seem to have a relationship. They seem to have known each other or known of each other for before they were married. Like they had some sort of camaraderie.
I mean, when you say camaraderie, what do you mean? Because I don't really feel like there was a true camaraderie. It was they knew each other from church.
Okay, they were acquaintances.
They saw each other.
They were acquaintances.
But I don't see a full, like,
and I still don't see a full. But even though they're doing this and have done it for 16 years apparently, it's blowing my mind. Really
okay, well, so what do you feel then about Kody, the man? What are your thoughts on him and talking about that, in his, it's essentially, it's not that he has a desire to be salacious, it's rather that it is required by his faith, and his faith requires a certain number of marriages, and his faith rewards good behavior. So if you're good with one wife, you'll be good with 2, 3, on and on. So what would be your thoughts on Kody so far in this episode?
So meeting Kody, what I found interesting is he said he did not grow up in polygamy. And it wasn't until he was around 19 years old that his father entered the polygamous faith. And at 21 is when he truly entered the polygamous faith, right?
Yeah, he went to church meetings, started digging in deeper, because he had actually just come back from a mission with the LDS church, and that's when his dad had converted.
Okay.
So then he started doing more research into, what is this polygamy thing? It is technically a sect of LDS, but they follow a more traditional, original version that did purport and promote polygamy.
And again, to each his own. If that works for you, that is great. With Kody, though, everything seems to be set up to benefit Kody, to me. That is how it comes across. All 3 women work to meet Kody's needs. Kody doesn't necessarily seem to work to meet all 3 women's needs, or all 12 children plus one on the way's needs.
So you got that just even from this first episode?
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. No, I asked that because when I first watched this, I actually was a Kody fan. And I thought that, he was trying to be a good father, trying to be a good husband. Like, that is the viewpoint that I got when I first watched this many years ago.
This first episode to me, I see Kody juggling. Mm-hmm. It seems like he's juggling. Mm-hmm. And I see the women being more of a stable support to one another and one another's children than Kody. I see the children supporting one another. I see the women supporting one another. I see both the children and the women supporting Kody. Yeah. So Kody may be financially supporting the family, but it works to his benefit. Maybe, I don't know. One wife number 2 has a job. She leaves the house at 6:15. She don't come in till 7. She's bringing in an income.
Yeah.
Okay. Wife number 3 is the homemaker with all 12 kids plus 1 on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. More power. God bless her. Because, wife number 1, I'm still confused as to what exactly she does yet, because we haven't necessarily seen that yet. She has 1 child. She is the first wife, but we haven't seen what she does. This first episode introduced her as first wife, as having only 1 child, and having what you can tell is still some pain around only having 1 child. Wife number 2 is the co-provider, is what I will call her. Because again, working 12 hours a day almost. And then wife number 3 is the homemaker. I feel like Kody is getting all of his needs met in every single way imaginable. So you have a co-provider, you have a homemaker, you have someone there for your kids, you have someone there for you intimately, you have 3 women there for you intimately. So if no matter how you like it, I'm sure each of them is different, and they kind of clarify. They listen, we don't ever come together in that way, but he gets what he gets from each one of us.
Well, what was it? We don't go weird,
right? That one caught me off guard.
And I think I find one of the hardest things about it, like, the whole, we share, so we get him about every 3rd night. And then, I think it was Mary that said, when he's gone, you just don't think about that aspect of it. I mean, it's happening, but you can't really think about it. And then, later they talk about how, yes, sometimes there is jealousy, but we're just trying to work through it. And I think that's probably one of the most difficult things for me.
How? And again, this is why I said I think it works for Kody, right? I think everybody is meeting Kody's needs. I'm sure Kody's not wrapping his mind around the women aren't sleeping together. So there is never a point where Kody's like, oh, one of my wives is actually being intimate with somebody else. No. Everybody is there to meet Kody's needs, whatever those needs are. They didn't tell us yet in this first episode if you are guaranteed a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and if he needs to switch that up or whatever. We didn't learn of the schedule. We've learned that he tries to spend quality time with each wife. Yes. That doesn't always mean a date night. Yeah. Sometimes a short car ride. Is she a dog?
Well, I mean...
A short car ride?
Yeah, it's just not a way to spend time together. Because you're spending, quality time in each other's presence.
That's nice. A short car ride.
Yeah, just to get away from the chaos that is the home,
And your other 2 wives and Baker's dozen kids.
Yes. Well, I mean, and he also said, that they have to be flexible because, Christine even mentioned, sometimes she'll come up to him and she'll be like, I need a date. I need time with you, so. I mean, I guess it's all about
flexibility. It is personal preference, though, because I wish I would. I wish I would. I wish.
There, it's not a sharing
I can't
experience.
imagine. I have a dog. I have a husband. And I have children. Right? Beautiful. It is difficult enough with our dog. The dog doesn't let us hug each other alone. The dog says it's group hug time. I can't imagine my dog being replaced by another wife. Saying, actually, no. I know it's your Tuesday, but I need him tonight.
Well, because maybe there was a time where maybe you haven't had a night, so maybe he was with this wife number 2 for 2 nights, because maybe wife number 2 needed 2 nights, or maybe there was something going on with the kids.
Kody. It's Kody. No, it's Kody. No, Kody, because that leads me to, that would make me believe, right, that there is some degree of, when Kody's mad with you, he's gonna go to the next wife. He don't have to spend time with you.
Yeah,
he could just go to wife number 2 or wife number 3. That's a lot of option. That's a lot of choice. They said in their faith, when you have 2 wives and things get topsy-turvy,
things get a little rough.
You get a third, rocky, and it'll even things out.
Yeah, things get rocky, add a third, and it'll balance things out. Yeah.
Again, this makes me think less that the topsy-turvy is between the 2 women, but more about the husband. So either it gets topsy-turvy and the third wife balances things out because now the first 2 ain't mad at each other. They get to look at the third.
Or maybe there's a companionship part of it, because now if we're 2, right? So we were used to being just one couple,
okay,
right? So now I'm adding someone else in. Right. Now the time has to be split,
right?
So now I, as maybe the first wife, am looking
at
this new person. I'm alone. Right. Now I'm alone by myself, and she's taken him away from me. Right. The reason for my loneliness now is because of her.
So with the third wife, essentially, again, I'm like, this sounds like a uncomfortable feeling of being alone, because when the third wife is there, wife number 1 and wife number 2 can hang out when the third wife got him occupied. Wife number 2 and 3 can hang out when wife number 1 has him occupied.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with nobody that much. I can be by myself. Get a dog. Get a dog. Get a cat. Get a pet. It's a good thing.
But what if your religion demands it? What if it is a tenet of your religion?
If that is what you believe, then that works for you. But they also said they were open to their kids doing whatever they felt was best for them. So while that's a tenet of their religion, they're open to their children not necessarily following down that path. So they know that there is something else. It won't, right? Like, they know there's something else. So if that's what they want to do, fine. And again, it's hard for me to conceptualize because I don't believe that. I believe that if you want a companionship, could I see myself being a sister wife? I don't think I could, just because.
I guarantee you I could not. I don't share in that way.
I couldn't share my partner.
No.
I share a lot. No. I can share many things, but not that most intimate person, and not even in a sexual way. There is an intimacy that occurs between you and your spouse, between you and your life partner, but your soulmate. It is a special connection.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess kind of circling back to when you're saying they're allowing their kids to do whatever, you could say that about anybody.
Religion. Yeah, that, as I was saying it, I was thinking the same thing. But
if this is what you are bred to believe, raised up to believe, or
come to believe,
right? Or come to believe, or this is now your spiritual witness,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
How?
But then, and I'm sure it's got to be difficult because, as in any religion, any spiritual belief, anything, there is the belief system, there is the actual belief, and then the emotional sides of the world that come in to play. So for these women, it seems like they don't have the issue with sharing Kody the majority of the time. And every now and again, the little twinge of jealousy of the humanity, of the human side, kicks in, and they're like, if that witch don't get up out of here and give me time with my man, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
And if it works for you, great. And it looks like when the women are talking about it, they have such an appreciation. These three women seem to have an appreciation for what the others bring to the table. So wife number one, I'm guessing she works, because I'm kind of remembering. I'm guessing she works as well. Wife number two works, has absolutely no interest in being a homemaker.
No.
None. She said, listen, I don't need a nanny. I got wife number three. We're good.
Yeah.
And so it's working for them because they have found a way to appreciate one another. But again, 16 years with somebody, I guess, will do that because they've been together, all three of them, for 16 years.
Yeah.
All the children have grown up knowing each other. Yes. Nobody gave birth prior to another wife. They've all come in.
Yeah.
And so for them, looking at it, knowing the wives are okay with it, knowing this is their belief system, I'm like, okay, these three women, it works for them. That's what I will say. I think Kody has the better end of the deal. I think the women are getting the short end of the stick from him.
Okay.
I don't think they're getting the short end of the stick from each other.
So, general question then. So, do you think that this lifestyle, I'll just say this lifestyle is feasible and can work for them?
For these three wives, let me be very clear. For the three wives that we met, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, they're 12 and one on the way children with Kody. I think it could work for them if that's how it was going to stay. We learn. Episode 1. He got his eye on a fourth. A fourth that already got 3 kids.
Yes. They are courting a new wife. Yeah. This is I personally feel that this is the adding of the new wife after so many years, who's coming in with her own baggage. I think that is one of the things that I guess throws a monkey wrench into the current workings of the family and the general rhythm that they have. You know, it's a ripple in the water, and I feel like they don't properly recover from the ripples.
Then I don't know where they at. I don't know what happens, but I can say this. Wife number 4 isn't an issue for wife 1 or 2. But wife number 4 is for dang on sure an issue for wife number 3.
Yeah.
Because wife number 3, Christine, thought she was the last.
Yeah.
She said growing up in a polygamous family, she knew and she was resigned and she wanted to be a third wife. Not a first. She said, no, not for me. Not a second.
She didn't want the guy by herself.
Right. And she didn't want to be the second because the second caused problems.
The wedge. She doesn't want to be the wedge.
So she said, I'll be the third.
The calming self.
That's right. Never in her wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Did she imagine a 4th, a 5th, 6th? I mean, I don't know. But the third? So for her, for wife 1 and 2, it's nothing for them. They've been through it.
Yeah.
But wife number 3?
Yeah. She's never dealt with the adding an additional
She
wife.
came in to what was already. She never had anybody come in.
And she came in and helped to settle
That's
the waters.
right.
She was a soothing.
She don't know what ripples are.
Right.
She didn't feel a ripple.
That's true.
She didn't never feel a ripple. She's about to feel a ripple.
Yeah.
She don't want to feel a ripple.
Yeah. So.
And she's coming in, and you tell this woman is pregnant.
That's
Come
true.
on.
That's true. What are your thoughts on that? On the fact that he's courting an additional wife while one of his wives is pregnant.
What does he care? I told you this, that they all. What Kody wants, what Kody needs, is what they worried about. Kody don't care that she is incubating a whole person and taking care of his 12 existing.
So do you think that's okay? Like, what are your, would you, if you were, okay, let's just say,
but
if you were one of the sister wives, 1, 2, or 3, no. and number 3 is pregnant.
No.
And he's now out here courting wife number 4.
If I was number 1, I would probably be like, listen, you might need to wait till she dropped that baby. And let's see how we work with a baby. And we got 13 now.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes before you trying to incorporate 4 more people. If I was wife number 2, I would say, my man, I'm already working from 6:15 to 7. Let's see how the baby goes. Let's make sure everything is good with the baby.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Can we make sure we can survive the baby?
Yeah.
And if I was wife number 3, first of all,
well, I'm sure that also attributes to a lot of her feelings and why she's like, well, one, she said that she never really wanted or expected another wife,
right.
But if there is one, she just better be incredible.
But also, you taking away from my moment, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's her moment. It's supposed to be her moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody, yes, we are all in this family supposed to be preparing for a new entry.
Yeah.
Not a grown person.
A new small life.
A new small life that we are already related to.
And just one.
Just
not
one.
Four.
Not 4.
Not 4.
Because she got 3 kids.
Yes. Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
These siblings only know each other.
Yeah.
They're all siblings.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I think it's a very interesting point, though, also, because when we were talking about, well, just the fact that we're talking about, we have 4 coming in, and how in the confessional they were talking about, how, well, she's choosing us.
Lies.
And you brought up a good point. You said, why is she choosing y'all? Kody's not that great.
So wait, this is my thing. From what we see in episode 1, okay, it's a specially built house by Polly. Great.
Yep.
Okay, Polygamous built the house. So it's a single house, multiple entryways for each home, for each individual home, I guess, right? Each individual domicile. Each wife has a bedroom, and Kody shares each bedroom with each wife. Cool. I can't imagine so wife number 4, who already has 3 kids, and so I really want to know what happened to these kids' daddy. Okay, because all of Kody's kids, all 13 of the kids, are fathered by Kody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no other man.
No.
I don't believe any of these women have been with any other man because, my God.
Well,
no,
one
maybe.
of them.
Okay, well.
I won't give you details on that.
Okay,
It kind of comes out a little later. I won't. No spoilers.
Well, then I'm close because.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Kody is by no means wealthy.
Facts. Facts.
So wife number 4, potential wife number 4, is looking at a home, one house, not a compound. That might be more appealing.
Yeah.
If it was a compound, each had our own house. We maybe had a community room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had a play area for the kids, a pool, and Kody was wealthy. Maybe that would make a difference.
Yeah.
But this woman is looking to come into a single home, that already houses 17 people, 16 people, plus and one on the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's looking to bring her 3 children, so that'll bring it up to 20, plus herself, 21 people.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, Kody isn't wealthy.
Facts.
Okay? Kody may be a very, very handsome man in that community. Maybe.
Okay.
What is Kody bringing to the table? So is this woman, as a woman, I would be skeptical. And I would go, well, what is she looking to gain here? She has 3 kids.
Yeah.
So coming in with 3 kids to an established family where there is already, she's coming in seeing a homemaker.
Yeah.
She's coming in seeing that there's already one wife that takes care of a dozen and 1 in the room. 3 ain't gonna be nothing. 3 more? 3 more? Come on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
2 wives is working already?
Yeah, but okay.
And like I said,
like you're saying, 2 wives are working. One, let's really just say it's mainly Janelle. Let's be real.
Because
she works the long hours. She's the one who's bringing home the bacon.
And frying. Well, the other one is frying it up in a pan.
Yeah. Christine fries up in a pan. But still, so we're talking 16 people and children.
So what does...
How clothes, shoes, how fast they grow out of things.
Tell me how any of this benefits anybody but Kody. And again, the 4th wife makes me side-eye her. I'm side-eyeing you.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Wife, this is what I'm going to say. It's been 16 years since Kody brought in another person.
Yes.
So I can't side-eye wife number 3 with the same way I'm looking at potential side-eye number 4. Because when wife number 3 came, there wasn't no kids.
No.
Okay? When wife number 2 came, there weren't any kids.
Yeah.
Wife number 1 was wife number 1. So again, initially these 3 women shared Kody and found a camaraderie and support system amongst each other.
Yeah.
As children came along, they all
deepened the bond.
The children together.
Yeah, because they're all raising children together. They have to come to
together. They have to come together.
How to handle disputes, what to do.
Listen, the kids grew up as like, I have a big family. My grandparents had 11 kids. I'm the first grand. I grew up with all my aunts and uncles. That's what these kids think it is. They don't, and they're from a poly community. So mommy 2 and mommy 3 is like auntie. It's kind of like auntie. We all live in the same house.
I mean, but they do call the other ones moms.
They do.
So they do see them as moms.
You know, I'm going to say auntie because that's the only way for me to process it.
Okay.
You know, to bring in, like, I can see that, right? Mm-hmm. Wife 4, after 16 years, she has 3 kids. Clearly, they're not grown because they would have said that.
Yeah.
Right? So I haven't met them yet, but clearly they're not grown.
They're not.
What's different for wife number 4 than for the first 3 are the first 3. This family grew together over 16 years.
Yes, they did.
They grew together. They are all one at this point.
Yeah.
They have a routine and they follow it. This is going to shake that routine to its core because you had a routine for 16 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Kody, I'm looking at you with a side eye because after 16 years, you out here perusing the streets while wife 3 is pregnant. So what happened? Something's not right because they said when things go wrong, get another one. So things already shaky somewhere.
But
even though they're not telling us that.
Only just shaky? I mean, really, after 16 years, you mean to tell me? Come on.
First of all, Kody is about Kody, and I'm sorry, I don't know Kody. Kody, I don't know you. I don't know you. Kody out here looking for a new thing. Kody out here looking for a new thing. Kody said, 1 is done. 2 is mid. 3 is knocked up. I need something new.
But I mean, they've been knocked up before.
After 7, maybe it's a little loose. I don't know.
she's only had 5. This is her number 6.
Okay, 6. I don't know. It's still I don't.
Yeah.
16 years though.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Every third night, maybe it's 5 years. He's an equivalent. He's been married 5 years to each woman. I don't know. But clearly, he's looking for something new. I don't know what you need new after you got 3 already. If it ain't working with 3, what's the 4th gonna do but cause problems?
Yeah, or maybe, I mean, could it not be an escape? Like you were saying before? Like, okay, well, if I'm having problems with these or I'm tired of these, I could just go to...
But again, it's all because it's about Kody. New. It's because it's about Kody. Listen. It's just, my brain is there's no way under the sun that he is working out any issues that come up with any of the wives. The wives might be resolving the issues with each other, but he's not.
I don't even know. You really think the wives?
No, I don't. But okay. I'm trying to. If I'm rooting for anybody, I'm gonna say these 3 have some type of sisterhood because that's the only way. These 3 have some type of sisterhood. They have some type of not what work for me works for them. Sisterhood. They use the word weird, so if they use it, I can use it. Weird sisterhood that works for them. Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, in the next episode, we get to meet, the new wife that's being courted and find out some more information. Maybe some additional details about what
that preview gave me pause.
Drew her in.
No, the preview gave me pause.
About why? Why is that?
Preview gave me pause. She looked real needy. She was over there. Cute.
Yeah, well,
Kody needs to take that Mexican dinner money that he took her out with and put it back in his household.
That.
Okay? He needs to put that back in the household. You got a baker's dozen of children.
Yeah.
A variety of ages.
Yeah.
You have...
From 16 down to 5.
3 wives, 13 children. You know how much laundry that is? That's what I said to Nicole. I said, Nicole, that's a lot of laundry. And then, if every wife has their own washer and dryer, what does that power bill look like? What does the groceries look like? What does the power bill look like?
The groceries, the food, the clothes.
Water. I don't know where they live, but water. Yeah. I just maintenance on the home, multiple cars.
I mean,
Cody said
multiple cars. Did you see the car that was driving?
Yeah,
there was plastic on the window.
But again,
he neglects them.
So how can you afford a potential 4th? I don't make it make sense. He said you can have basically he said you can have as many wives as you could provide for. If they ain't in the lap of luxury, he don't need another. And there was an ugly couch. When I tell you there was an ugly couch, it was your grandmother's ugly florals from the thrift store, circa 1976. Okay?
Yeah.
Circa 1976.
It was a classic, okay? It's a classic. Classically
couch. Wrong.
Wow.
If Kody does not have each wife in the lap of luxury, okay? And he doesn't. I saw off-brand Nutri-Grain bars. There's nothing wrong with off-brand. But if you gonna dare have the nerve,
well, that's why they need the off-brand. Hello, so you can still get the granola bars, but you still get them.
How dare you entertain a potential 4th when we up in here eating off-brand? If she come in,
too.
If she come in, we gonna eat off-brand. Maybe. You over there, you ain't even taking her to off-brand restaurants. You making her think she coming in good. Lies.
I mean, hey, fronting and stunting.
Make it make sense to me. I don't get it. But to each his own.
Yeah. Well, next week we'll meet potential wife number 4, Robin, and we'll we'll get some additional details and information on her, and what brings her into the family, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll see what's coming down the works.
Well, I guess family. How would you guys deal? Would this work for any one of you out there? I mean, if it does, great. I can't imagine it. Can you imagine it?
No, but when it comes to partners, I'm a little territorial, I guess you'll say.
I'm just straight up selfish when it comes to my partner.
Yeah,
I'm the most giving person in the world, but stay away from that.
Yes.
When it comes to my partner, I don't share.
Okay?
Yeah. I don't share. That's not my that's not my ministry. That is not my ministry. Okay.
It's not my gig. Yeah. No.
But if share. Let us know. This is our first video. It might be a little wonky.
If you made it this far, thank you so much.
Think about liking and subscribing. We like you already, so maybe you'll like us back.
And I'm Nicole.
I'm Tracy.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.